Hey everyone, Dave here, and boy, have I got a treat for you. Are you ready to explore the world's most visited monasteries? These awe-inspiring destinations blend spirituality, history, and stunning architecture. We're talking about places that have drawn pilgrims and travelers for centuries, from medieval Christian abbeys to Buddhist sanctuaries. These monasteries have captured the hearts of travelers worldwide. So pack your bags, grab your guidebook, and maybe even your sense of wonder, because we're about to dive into the top 10 monasteries you won't want to miss, as ranked by international adventurers. Let's get going. Our first stop takes us to the coast of Normandy, France, to a place that truly embodies the word iconic, Le Mont Saint-Michel. Now picture this, a medieval abbey perched dramatically on a tidal island, seemingly rising out of the mist in the sea. This is a place where myth mingles with history, where the tides dictate the rhythm of life, and where millions of visitors come each year to experience its magic. As you stroll through its cobblestone streets, past ancient ramparts and charming shops, you can almost hear the echoes of pilgrims past. And when you reach the Abbey at the summit with its soaring Gothic architecture and breathtaking views, you'll feel like you've stepped right into a fairy tale. Next, we journey to central Greece, to a place where nature and spirituality collide in the most awe-inspiring way. Welcome to Meteora, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that's home to a collection of Eastern Orthodox monasteries perched precariously atop towering sandstone pillars. Imagine, if you will, monks in centuries past scaling these sheer cliffs with only ropes and ladders, seeking solitude and communion with God. These monasteries, dating back to the 11th century, seem to defy gravity and offer a glimpse into a life of quiet contemplation and incredible human endeavor. As you explore the monasteries with their ancient frescoes and breathtaking views of the Thessaly Plains, you'll be captivated by the serenity and sheer beauty of this spiritual sanctuary. Lisbon. It's a city with a salty seafaring history, and nowhere is that more beautifully expressed than in the Jeronimos Monastery. Now, this grand monastery, built in the ornate, late Gothic style that the Portuguese just loved, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And you'll see why. As you wander through the cloisters, look closely at the intricate carvings. Every detail, from the swirling nautical ropes to the delicate flowers, tells a story of Portugal's age of discovery. This is the kind of place where you just want to linger, soaking in the atmosphere. Take your time because there's a lot to see. You can easily spend a couple of hours here, exploring the various chapels, the refectory, and the church. And don't forget to step outside into the gardens for a moment of peaceful reflection. Trust me, a visit to the Jeronimos Monastery is like taking a step back in time, and it's an experience you won't soon forget. Now, after you've had your fill of history, why not grab a delicious pastel de nata from the famous bakery right next door? Okay, picture this. Jagged peaks soaring into the sky, and nestled among them, a Benedictine abbey with a history as dramatic as the landscape itself. That's Montserrat, and the star of the show is the Black Madonna. Now, this isn't just any Madonna statue. Locals believe it has miraculous powers, People have been making pilgrimages here for over 1,000 years to touch her hand and seek her blessing. You can feel the centuries of faith echoing through these halls. But even if you're not religious, Montserrat is worth a visit. The mountain views are simply breathtaking, and there are hiking trails that wind through the surrounding national park. It's the perfect place to reconnect with nature and soak in the tranquility. And hey, while you're there, take the funicular up to the very top of the mountain. You'll be rewarded with panoramic views that'll take your breath away. Rome. It's a city overflowing with history and holy sites, but even amidst all that grandeur, the papal basilica of St. Paul outside the walls stands out. Now, it's a bit of a hike from the city center, but trust me, it's worth the journey. As you step inside, you'll be greeted by a vast space filled with golden mosaics that seem to shimmer in the light. It's a masterpiece of early Christian architecture, and the sheer scale of it all is truly awe-inspiring. This is where St. Paul, the apostle who spread Christianity throughout the Roman Empire, is believed to be buried. You can feel the weight of history here, and the sense of peace and contemplation is palpable. Now, one of my favorite things about this basilica is the courtyard. A quiet oasis where you can escape the crowds for a moment and just breathe it all in. It's the perfect place to reflect on your journey and appreciate the beauty that surrounds you. All right, picture this. You're in Cappadocia, Turkey, a land sculpted by volcanoes and time. You're surrounded by these otherworldly rock formations called fairy chimneys, and tucked away inside them are ancient cave monasteries. Now, these aren't your typical monasteries with soaring spires and grand halls. These are churches, chapels, and living spaces literally carved into the soft volcanic rock. We're talking about the Byzantine era around the 9th and 10th centuries, when persecuted Christians sought refuge in these hidden sanctuaries. Can you imagine the dedication and artistry it took to create these sacred spaces? The frescoes inside these cave churches are just incredible. They're faded with time, sure, but they still depict scenes from the Bible, saints, and biblical stories in vibrant colors. It's like stepping back in time, seeing the faith and artistry of these early Christians preserved in this unique way. Cappadocia is already a place that feels like another planet, but these cave monasteries add a whole other layer of wonder and history. Next up, we're heading to Sri Lanka, an island nation known for its ancient ruins and lush landscapes. And rising dramatically from the jungle is Sigiriya, also known as Lion Rock. Now, this isn't your typical monastery, folks. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site that was once a royal palace, a fortress, and yes, even a monastery. Imagine this, a sheer rock face, nearly 600 feet high, with a fortress complex perched on top. To get there, you climb ancient staircases, passing by frescoes of celestial maidens and the remnants of a giant lion's paws carved into the rock. It's said that the entrance to the palace was once through the lion's mouth. Talk about a grand entrance. But Sigiriya isn't just about the impressive architecture. It's about the story it tells, the rise and fall of kings, the ingenuity of ancient builders, and the serenity that monks found in this lofty retreat. The panoramic views from the top are just breathtaking, overlooking the surrounding jungle, and ancient gardens. It's a reminder that sometimes the most remarkable destinations are a blend of history, nature, and a touch of mystery. From the soaring heights of Sigiriya, we journey to Portugal, a land of rich history and architectural marvels. And nestled in the heart of Portugal is the Alcobaça Monastery, a Cistercian masterpiece that just oozes tranquility and grandeur. Founded in the 12th century, this place is like stepping back in time to the golden age of the Cistercian order. Now, the Cistercians were all about simplicity and finding God in the labor of their hands, and this monastery reflects that. The architecture is stunning, but it's not overly ornate. It's all about clean lines, soaring arches, and a sense of peaceful contemplation. As you wander through the cloisters, you can almost hear the whispers of monks from centuries past. And speaking of whispers, the acoustics in the church are incredible. You can stand at one end and whisper, and someone at the other end can hear you perfectly. It's almost like the building itself is encouraging quiet reflection and contemplation. The Alcobaça Monastery is a reminder that sometimes the most powerful experiences come from simplicity, silence, and the stories whispered by stones. Let's wander over to central Portugal, where we'll find the Batalha Monastery, a true testament to Gothic grandeur. It's a symphony in stone, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a symbol of Portuguese independence. Construction began in the late 14th century after a pivotal victory for the Portuguese. King John the Fawn vowed to build a magnificent monastery to thank the Virgin Mary, and boy did he deliver. Inside, be wowed by the soaring arches and delicate stained glass windows. The Founder's Chapel, with its intricate vaulting and tombs, is breathtaking. Don't miss the unfinished chapels, an evocative space capturing the imagination. Left incomplete in the 16th century, they stand as a testament to time and ambition. This, my friends, is why we travel. Our final monastic marvel takes us to the heart of Ukraine, the Kiev-Pechersk Lavra, a place of history and spirituality. Also known as the Kiev Monastery of the Caves, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a pilgrimage destination for over 1,000 years. Founded in the 11th century, it's a city within a city, with underground caves and towering cathedrals. The past whispers through the centuries, and the present hums with faith and devotion. The caves are labyrinths of tunnels that once housed hermit monks seeking solitude and enlightenment. Today, they hold the relics of saints, and pilgrims come to pay their respects. Above ground, the monastery is a feast for the eyes, with golden domes reflecting sunlight and bell towers echoing with prayer. It's a place of peace and contemplation, a testament to enduring faith, even in adversity. From the majestic Mont Saint-Michel, rising from the tides to the serene caves of Kiev-Pechersk Lavra, these monasteries offer more than just stunning views. They are windows into the spiritual and cultural history of our world, each telling a unique story of faith, artistry, and human endeavor. As you've seen, these monasteries are scattered across the globe, each with its own distinct character and charm. They remind us that travel is about more than just ticking off destinations. It's about connecting with the heart and soul of a place, about understanding the beliefs and traditions that have shaped our world. Have you visited any of these incredible sites? Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more travel adventures. Remember, folks, travel is about opening your heart and mind to the wider world, one step at a time. Until next time, keep exploring.